In a recent episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kendall and Kylie got into an all-out fight, which had us thinking, are the sisters really that close? Kylie Jenner is the youngest and richest member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, and growing up it seemed like she was super close to Kendall. It turns out they might just be close in age. While Kendall and Kylie grew up in front of our eyes and we got to witness them playing dress-up and growing into the Kardashian brand, they might just be too different to actually be close friends. Kendall and Kylie Jenner are full sisters who were born to Kris and Bruce Jenner. They are, of course, the half-sisters of Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe. Kendall was born on November 3rd, 1995, and Kylie on August 10th, 1997. Kendall was a teen model and was featured in campaigns for Forever 21, Luca Couture, and Nordstrom. Kylie took part in modeling as a teen as well, being featured in Sears, OK Magazine, Teen Vogue, and with her sister Kendall in Paper Magazine. In high school, Kylie ran track and Kendall was a cheerleader. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians first aired, Kylie was 10 years old and Kendall was 12. We saw them make prank calls, fight in the backseat of the car, kick each other, and tell on each other. Usual sister stuff, right? We never thought these two would grow apart. As teens, we saw the sisters do their fair share of modeling together. They were on the cover of Teen Vogue and were in Balmain's 2015 campaign together. Aside from that, they hosted events together, most notably Glee 3D and the MTV Awards. The two even went into business together. They wrote a book called Rebels City of Indra that was published in 2014. The book is a science fiction story that follows two characters, superpowered twins, Lexi and Livia, who embark on a journey together. While the book was left open-ended, there was never a sequel. Critics were not very nice about the duo's first literary venture, and the sales were allegedly dismal. The book's ghostwriter, Maya Sloan, said she used Kendall and Kylie themselves as models for the main characters in the books, adding that she followed them around over the course of her writing. In 2015, we saw the two fight on screen in the season's premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians when Kylie refused to let Kendall borrow her favorite brown dress. The scene feels very familiar to anyone who has a sister and is a typical spat that sisters have, but ouch. Kylie has so many clothes. Is it really that big of a deal if her sister borrows a dress? The two moved on from the argument, but maybe we got a glimpse into what their relationship is really like. Then the sisters launched their clothing line, Kendall and Kylie, which debuted in 2016, that was found in major retailers like Saks, Nordstrom, and Bloomingdale's. But despite all of their collaborations and forays into business together, it still doesn't seem like they're that close. Their hobbies, interests, and friend groups are vastly different. On a recent episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the two youngest Kardashian-Jenners got into a physical fight that was so bad, Kim had to call security. While crying, she said that she was so upset that her sister acted that way. Was this a sisterly spat, or are the two actually not that close? Growing up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the sibling rivalry has played out in front of our eyes, and there's a theory that the feud is one that is ongoing. According to RadarOnline.com, Kendall is jealous of how much Kylie is worth and thinks it's crazy that she only has a fraction of that. Kylie is said to be worth an estimated $900 million, while Kendall's net worth sits at around $50 million. Insiders allegedly said that when Kendall started modeling and Kylie started her makeup line, the relationship between the two started to suffer. Sources have even said that whenever one is happy, the other is envious. The insider added that the two barely speak anymore and have nothing in common. In recent episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it looks like the two really haven't been getting along, and now it seems like it's been a long time coming. Kylie is the extroverted of the two sisters, while Kendall is more introverted and has had an ongoing battle with anxiety. Growing up, Kendall revealed that Kylie had more friends in middle school and high school. She said in a radio interview on Zaza World Radio, "I remember there was a time when I was in middle school, even high school a little bit, I didn't have that many friends. friends. She went on to say that she would cry a lot in her room because Kylie had so many friends and she didn't know what to do. She added that she thought she was never going to have friends. Instead of hanging out with friends, she spent time with her horses. She said because she had nothing to do, she would literally spend all day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with her horses. While she definitely has friends today, she still makes time for her horses. If Kendall could go back in time and talk to her high school self, we wonder what she would say. Today she's friends with some of the hottest, most elite models in the world, and she has over 100 million followers on Instagram. It seems while she was the private one in middle and high school, she's grown into herself and is usually spotted out and about with her friend circle, who she's called her support system. While she used to be regularly seen with her sister Kylie, grazing covers of magazines and red carpets, you have to scroll pretty far down her Instagram to see any recent photos with Kylie now. The same goes for Kylie. A quick scroll down her Instagram feed, you'll see Kylie going on exotic vacations with her friends, Kendall not included, her daughter Stormy, and cosmetics line. Kylie has, however, surpassed Kendall in followers with a whopping 198 million followers on Instagram. We've seen Kendall's anxiety get the best of her, like the time when her and Kylie were preparing to walk the red carpet at the Met Gala. Kendall says to her sister, "I have literally crazy anxiety, I can't stop." Kylie's response was to ask if she thinks she should wear taller shoes. Now, while some think that Kylie was just acting like a bratty sister, others have noted that by acknowledging the thought and distracting the person from it is one way to help someone get over an anxiety attack. Kendall opened up about her anxiety in an interview with Good Morning America, saying she got anxiety symptoms at a really young age. She remembered going to her mom and not being able to breathe. After going to a bunch of doctors, none of them ever diagnosed her with anxiety. It wasn't until her modeling career took off that she started experiencing panic attacks and finally got the diagnosis and treatment she needed. Her family is super supportive of her and even joined her in the hashtag challenge she launched this year called the hashtag HowAreYouReally challenge, where she challenged her followers to speak about mental health. Kim Kardashian, Justin Bieber, and Hailey Bieber all took part. On top of all of that, we can't ignore the fact that Kendall is the only tomboy in the Kardashian-Jenner clan. She has said in the past that she doesn't always relate to her super glam sisters. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar, the model said, "I've always been the different one," adding that she's more like her dad, more of a Jenner than a Kardashian. She also said in the interview that she was a huge tomboy and went through a phase where she only wore boys' clothes. From what we've seen from her sisters on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and social media, this is the polar opposite of the sisters' go-to looks. From having business ventures together to leading very different lives, the two have taken on different personas as adults. Kylie is a successful businesswoman who leads a more private life than before, and Kendall is a model and influencer who seems to have come out of her shell since high school. It seems like Kylie is always doing more and more. She collaborates with sisters on some projects, she launched Kylie Skin to complement her cosmetics brand, and is constantly promoting brand sponsorships on her social media. On the other hand, Kendall takes her time with projects and doesn't enter into collabs easily. You'll notice that Kendall is the Kardashian-Jenner sister with the least amount of sister collaborations under her belt, although she and Kylie still have their clothing line. Kendall was the last sister to collaborate with Kylie on a collection. Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, Kris, and Stormy all had collections in collaboration with Kylie and Kylie Cosmetics before her. Kendall finally joined the group in June of 2020. We wonder why she waited so long. While it seems like their lifestyles, jobs, and hobbies have made the sisters grow apart, Kendall says she feels a special connection to Kylie's daughter, Stormy. Kendall is the only one of the Kardashian-Jenner kids who has no kids of her own and has been coined the cool aunt. In an interview with E! News, she said, "We have a nice bond," when speaking about her younger sister's daughter. She even went so far as to say that Stormy is her favorite niece. We wonder how North feels about that. She added that Stormi's birth brought her and Kylie closer together. She goes on to say that she used to butt heads with Kylie at the time, but that apparently faded when Stormi was born, so we don't know what to believe. With Keeping Up with the Kardashians going into their last season, maybe that will give those two some time away from the limelight to work on their relationship, but it just seems like they are way too different to be besties. In the meantime, Stormi still brings the two together through her special bond with both sisters. Either way, we love following both of their careers and can't wait to see what they do next. Kylie's cosmetic business is flourishing, and Kendall is still killing the runways. We love hearing from you. Which Kardashian-Jenner sister do you identify with the most? And do you think that Kylie and Kendall are actually close? Let us know in the comment section below. For more videos on the latest in pop culture and beauty trends, subscribe to The Taco. Don't forget to turn on notifications and don't miss a single video. Bye for now.